Oh, what a month.
Hi, we're Cherie and Chris.
And it's the end of May, so this is our end of the month wrap up. It has been a busy month.
Yes, so the biggest news is we've moved into a house. And welcome to our new home in St. Louis.
Yeah, so if you last saw us, we were sitting in a parking lot on the other side of the river, actually, in the Missouri side of St. Louis. Now we're on the Illinois side, just across.
So we're actually at Chris's parents' house where Kiki, this is Kiki, is going to be spending the next couple of months. We're going to miss her so much.
Because we're going to Alaska. But that's the month ahead. Where's the month behind us?
So we actually did start the month out here in St. Louis. My mother had flown in, and we had our friends Forrest and Mary with us as well. And we spent the whole, about a week and a half playing tourist, basically.
Mm-hmm. Had a great time. We got to show people the Arch at Busch Stadium. We saw a Cardinal game. Went and did Grant's Farm, the brewery tour.
So we did a lot of the touristy stuff around town. We actually ended up writing a little guide to RVing in St. Louis. So if St. Louis is on your list of places to go check out.
Awesome town.
It's one of our favorite towns. Go check out that guide and you'll get some ideas and some things to do here. After that, we knew that we needed to get out of tourist mode.
We did get ahead of ourselves to get a lot of work done before we are kind of out of connection or minimal connection while we're on a cruise ship and headed to Alaska.
So we had a big bus project that we're planning, and we had a whole bunch of work we had to catch up on, including getting an update out for our coverage app, which overlays the coverage maps for all the cellular carriers, helps us plan where we're traveling. And that is in review right now with Apple, so hopefully that'll be out soon for those of you that use the app. We also had a whole bunch of equipment in for testing.
Yes, so we took advantage of some time. Well, after St. Louis, we went up and went to a friend of the family's property and stayed there.
Kind of near Springfield area.
And they have good, nice, weak cell signals. On occasion, we get very excited when we find weak signals because that means it's a chance to test and actually use our boosters and stuff. When we have great signal, it's really hard to see what does a good job. So there'll be a lot more reports coming out on rvmobileinternet.com. We've been gathering data there and other places.
Well, we're there for this for Mother's Day, basically. They needed to go away for a few days, and they had some cats, and they wanted us to cat sit. So we stayed on this beautiful property, had it all to ourselves. We did a heck of a lot of testing, did some content creation for rvmobileinternet.com. And we also, the Escapers was also launching their new articles and blog section, and one of our jobs with them was helping them bring in some of the top RVing bloggers together to have content to start that site out with. So we did a lot of coordinating with that and getting content set up. So that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And we also, so after the cat sitting gig, we moved on up just north of Champaign, Illinois, to a little, it's a
county park.
It's a county forest preserve park. It's in near the town of Penfield, and it's called Middle Fork Preserve. And
Beautiful little place.
Yeah, I couldn't find much information on it online, but their website, described it as idyllic and wildflowers and big private sites, and you just never know how you want to read a park's own description of themselves. And this was absolutely spectacular.
Beautiful place to be. Then from there we went up to Indiana Dunes State Park, right?
Right, yeah. We stayed there last year. We loved it. So midweek, it's pretty easy to get a spot there. Weekends during the summer are very difficult, but during the week you can pretty much drive up and grab a spot. So we got there from Sunday through Thursday. We were there, and it's right along the shores of Lake Michigan.
The sun sets over Chicago, so you can actually see the building outlines and stuff. It's really beautiful at sunset. We got there one day, went out to the beach, lied out, watched the sunset over Chicago. Beautiful weather, beautiful temperature. The next day it's like 43 degrees.
So we stayed indoors, finished up more of the work projects, some more booster testing and evaluation. I think we're still finishing up a lot of the coverage updates then. And we're down there. We went ahead and we had arrangements to arrive at Master Tech RV in Elkhart on just before Memorial Day weekend, and that way we could get ourselves situated. And on the way in, we got invited to stop in at Lippert Components, who provides a lot of components for RV builds.
Basically everything an RV company needs to build an RV, Lippert tends to sell them, and they also are starting to sell more and more things directly to the aftermarket, to end users like us. And
so they have they're representing now Denver's mattress, and they wanted to see if we were interested in one of their mattresses. And we said, well, we're really picky about mattresses. We just don't take free stuff because we want free stuff. So
we really want your opinion of this mattress. So come try it out, and if you like it, then give it a longer try. And we're like, okay, we'll come check out your mattress.
So we did stop in. The staff there is really great, and surprisingly, the mattress is exactly the type we like. We tend to prefer memory foam mattresses, and this isn't a memory foam, but it's got the same sort of qualities of it that we enjoy with it. So when we get done with the bus projects, we'll have a new mattress too, thanks to Lippert, and potentially a new sofa too from them.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out.
So what are these bus projects we're working on?
So the bus project. So yeah, then we arrived at Elkhart, and we basically gave ourselves 1 week to get the whole project going under. We're having the bus repainted, and there's a whole bunch of other projects. You know, everything is just kind of interconnected, especially
we'll have a whole other video kind of giving the project brain dump. So if you're into geek projects or bus projects, that'll all be in another video.
So yeah, it's going to be a pretty major renovation when we get back to Elkhart to pick up the bus in a couple months. It's going to be like moving into a new house for us, which is really exciting.
And the moving in meant that first we had to clear space. There's projects happening in every room of the bus, including all the basement chambers. So we had to move out. We had to get a storage unit and spent the week moving everything out of that, as well as packing up to do this. Now we're going to be backpacking for 2 months.
Right. So yeah, a lot of this last week was spent coordinating all the projects, ordering parts, windows and components and everything else that we're doing, measuring and working with the staff there at Master Tech on just finalizing and getting a really solid plan on what's going to be done. We're of course going to be coordinating with them remotely while we're traveling, but there's so much you can do in person. And of course, finalizing all the details for the Alaska trip. So we drove back yesterday to St. Louis to his parents' house.
We're going to be leaving the cat and the Cooper here, the Mini Cooper.
So we leave on Wednesday, and we start on our train adventure across country, one-way cruise ship up to Alaska. We're going to be taking the tourist train around Alaska up to Fairbanks and Denali, and then we're going to be renting an RV for a week and exploring around for a bit. And then we take a one-way cruise back, which was actually cheaper than going on the ferry, crazily enough. And and then we haven't booked how we're getting back. We're going to see how we feel with that much travel, and if we want to do a train trip back, or if we just want to.
If we're ready to get straight back to here, back to the bus, depending on where projects are, and cat is, and our energy levels are. So we've got a very exciting month ahead of us. This next month's video will be filmed from somewhere up in Alaska. And
so hopefully all this work that we've front-loaded the last few weeks will be worthwhile, and we can take some of that life-work balance thing back for us ourselves. And we'll be working a little bit remotely, but we're going to be enjoying having a change of pace for a little bit. Yep. And we're going to miss Kiki a whole bunch.
Oh, a ton. Yes.
We're having a tough time with that.
Yes.
So we'll see you next month. Hopefully from up in Alaska, and have some great. Hopefully we will be.
We'll be
and we'll be sharing some tales with you there. So see you next month.
Take care.